Good morning, Masters. I just want to confirm if I'm audible. Can you please let me know if you're able to hear me?
We can hear you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bhartigal. Should I start or should we wait for a couple of more minutes, ma'am?
We can get started, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning, Masters. Thank you for making yourself available to attend today's meditation session. First and foremost, I would like to apologize for wearing these sunglasses as I had a medical situation with one of my eye and I have been prescribed by my doctor to wear these glasses while facing computer screens. So please forgive me for any inconvenience. I think today is the last and concluding session of the Noble Initiative started by Anil Gaur and Bharti Garu, the series of meditation sessions, 21 days with 21 masters. And today I've been asked to share my thoughts and understanding primarily about the 11th, 12th, and 13th practices of 13 guiding practices for all pyramid masters given by our revered Brahmarshi Patriji Garu. So without any ado, let's get into the details. Practice number 11. The practice number 11 states, music, dance, and game sports are just as important activities as doing meditation and gathering self-knowledge. Let's discuss about this. Apart from following the spiritual practices like practicing meditation, participating in satsang, reading spiritual books, scriptures, sharing experiences, masters should also develop interest in artistic life, such as like practicing music or singing, drawing, knitting, painting, dance, anything like writing poems, and so on, games, sports, etc. These activities do not need to be of Indian origin or merely associated with Indian culture. It could be of any kind and related to any culture as long as they contribute in invoking your creativity and leading to mental peace. The logic behind suggesting such practice or such directive is, in all our daily activities, the actions we perform takes place at three levels, such as at physical level, at mental level, and at intellectual level. So when you perform an art, you are engaging in all the three levels and synchronizing all the three levels and balancing all the three levels, which develops your creative awareness and self-knowledge at all the three levels. Such effort not only demands, but also extracts the ability to focus, the ability in you to focus with concentration and to bring out your untapped creativity. So now, the ability to focus is a key aspect in our spiritual sadhana, in spiritual practice, which in our scriptures it is called as samadhana. Samadhana is the one of the what do you call that? Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti, as termed in our various Prakana Granthas like Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, and as well as even it was mentioned in Gita. It was mentioned in Gita and stated as Chitta Ekagrata Samadhanam. So Samadhana is the single pointedness of the mind. So the mind is absorbed in a chosen flow of thoughts in that particular subject of one's own interest. So everybody has concentration. Every human will have concentration. But it is a question of discovering that particular attraction that will keep your concentration sustained and keep going on. So the very first step is to identify the talent or skill in you that fits your aspirations, your personality, your objective of enjoying the experience, and work on improving that particular skill or talent. Such continued effort will result in 4 benefits, which at least I understood. The benefit 1 is it's developing the creativity in you, gaining awareness, self-knowledge, and maintaining the balance between all the 3 levels of your actions. Number 2, it will lead to quietness and the peaceful mind, which is very important need in your spiritual journey. And number 3, the most important benefit is it gives you a joyful experience. You enjoy the actions from all your levels, and this can also act as a stress reliever from all your other daily activities, what you do. And finally, as you learn the skill, you will derive a sense of achievement and a sense of self-accomplishment towards your self-growth. You feel like you're really gaining something out of it, and will start taking the pride in that and gaining confidence in yourself that you are making rightful purpose or rightful usage of your life purpose. I can give an example of my daughter, about my daughter. She's a senior at her high school and currently in the process of applying for the college admissions. And as you very well know, high school is very demanding and very stressful. In parallel to her academics, she has been practicing Kuchipudi since the age of 8 years. That's like for almost 10 years. Kuchipudi is an Indian classical dance. Whenever she gets stressed out, what I observed is whenever she gets stressed out of all her busy schedule activities, she step out, just quietly go to the basement and turn on the videos on the YouTube, and then start dancing on doing the Kuchipudi dance. So, and sometimes she does it for half an hour, sometimes for an hour, and so on. So I asked her, like, why do you spend good bit of 1 hour from your busy schedule on dance? Then she replied, the time she spent on this activity, it acts as a diversion. And also, it releases all the physical and emotional stress in her. It also makes her mind refocused. By the time she completes dance, she realized that her mind is refocused, her mental energy is regained, and reposition herself to face further academic challenges with much more productivity. She claims that the expression, the bhavana, and the posture, the bhangima, she says that she actually, what she says is like this classical dance is like an aesthetic one, which makes her to focus on her bhavana and bhangima both together and sing them with the music and the words. So there's a certain amount of focused effort here. And the focused effort is like always, the any focused effort will bring in all the energies in one point and give the mental quietness and peacefulness. So just one example that can demonstrate the importance of indulging in some cultural activities and what is the benefit of indulging in the cultural activities. And let's move to the 12th benefit. 12th benefit states that we should always learn to wish good best to all those who hurt you, since they do it in ignorance. Okay, let's discuss about that. Before going to the ignorance part, let's first talk about the direct benefit of wishing good best to all those who hurt you. Wishing good best to all those who hurt you is nothing but loving all with compassion, even if their intentions and actions or geared towards hurting you. So by doing this, you allow compassion. It will shield you or prevent you from receiving the negative emotions from others. They basically don't, whenever somebody is trying to hurt you, the emotions that's coming or those negative thoughts and negative emotions that's coming, they won't touch you. When you return in love or in compassion or wish the good in them, and it will keep you by not touching you as they shield you. It will keep your positive consciousness intact. So most negative emotions, what we need to understand is most negative emotions which are invoked by others are coming either in the heat of the moment, in the spur of the moment from them, or some revengeful intentions coming from their negative thoughts, such as jealousy, covetousness, and all, based on the ignorance of the non-duality. So by showering love in return, you will not only protect the positive relation with that individual, you will also purify your heart and increase the sattvic nature of yours. Such act may also force the other person to generate a sense of guiltness in them for his or her mean act. And who knows, they may come back later apologizing as well. But that's not the objective. The objective is basically whether they apologize you or not. It doesn't matter. It's not important. It depends upon the personality. But what's important is you maintaining your positivity in your mind so that you can sustain your spiritual practice, because maintaining the positivity in your mind is very important, very key in your spiritual practice. So always keep compassion and love in your mind and in your heart, understanding that not all individuals will have the same level of positive awareness as you have, but everyone is trying to travel and gain progress in the same spiritual path as we are all traveling. They may be a little ahead or they may be a little lacking, but we are all in the same path. According to Pitamaha Brahmarshi Patriji Garu, we are all born as Maitreya Buddha. So, adhering to that practice, adhering to that principle, let's practice that. And after all, well, what is everybody's goal is realizing the self, Atma. And what is self? It's an absolute love and absolute contentment. So if the self or Atma is absolute contentment, then the mind of the seeker of the self-knowledge must be relatively content. Similarly, if the self or Atma is absolute love, then the seeker of the self-knowledge or self must be relatively a loving person. A person, this is important, a person who can happily accept people and things as they are and cheerfully accept the people, not with grumbling or whining. It should be always happily and cheerfully accepted. Now, actually, this can be also talked about, like in terms of how our karma siddhanta works. There is some interesting reason that can be discussed to understand why we could keep our love and compassion to all. Something related to our prarabdha sanchitana agama, like if something is happening, it is happening because of your karma phala from the past, and it's not whoever is causing that, the external source or external whoever is causing is just a nimitta matra. But again, we don't want to go into the details in the sense of the time right now. Now, the question is, how do you, in reality, in day-to-day life, how do you practice it? How do you practice the love and compassion, showing the love and compassion to all in your daily life? Let's look at that with an example. Say if someone makes a comment about you, just allow him to do so. If the comment is not true, As an impulsive behavior, a regular human, you usually try to justify their actions and prove him wrong, saying that no, what you said is not right, it's wrong. So we'll just go into an argument and start telling them what are the comment you made is not right thing. But if you practice objectivity and be balanced, the first thing you'll do is you'll hold back. And you'll start assessing the thing. You'll say like, okay, you will try to see, is there really any truth in the criticism what this person is making about me? If he has put you down, he or she, just for his own security, some people feel secured by putting down others. It's okay, give him that freedom. And then you're free. Let him, if you want to feel himself good or great, that's why he's making a comment, okay, let him do it. You don't respond, and you'll be free from that. So that's one way you can think about that. What's important is the world can disturb you only to the extent you allow the world to disturb you. If you give the world the freedom to do what it wants within the rule of society, then you do not allow the world to disturb you. This is one kind of thought process. That's something which one can inculcate and one can apply as they go through their daily activities. Because when you go out, you're facing several people, several circumstances, different people, different situations. So by changing yourself totally within the thought process you gain, according to your value of within the zone and according to your value of your accommodation, relatively you'll be gaining and remaining in self-contentment and self-peace, consistently remaining in self-contentment and self-peace. That is something that keeps your mind open to practice the spiritual sadhana. Very important. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast, please let me know. I don't know. I think I'm trying to make sense as much as I can. Okay, now let's move to the next practice, which should be the last one, the practice number 13, which states we should always learn to give lots of self-appreciation for one's own self. What does it mean? Let's look into that and discuss. Okay, so always one should always love yourself and practice self-appreciation, right? So look at it this way: the consciousness of a human is a package of positive and negative samskaras. It comes with all the negative and positive inscription, all those predispositions that we bring from our past actions, from the actions from our past life. So by loving ourselves and appreciating ourselves, we will learn to see and accept both the negative and positive aspects of our nature as the way they are. You start accepting as the way they are. We have a negative and positive, both you saw them equally. This is what I am, this is what I am. The important footing step, that leads to the positive transformation of a character. A very important step is for positive transformation of character is the ability to identify your negative traits, the negative aspects of your current nature. Because identifying a negative aspect is basically, it gives the mind the ability to address those negative traits and work on them and transforming them into positive. You will take certain actions to make your negative intentions or negative inhibitions into positive. But for that, the precursor is you should first identify what is negative in your mind. And you can identify them only when you start accepting yourself and start self-loving or self-appreciating yourself. Okay, so as quoted by our Lord Buddha, the Tathagata Lord Buddha, you yourself as much as anybody in the entire universe deserve your love and affection. The fact is that you cannot love others more than you love yourself. You cannot appreciate others more than you appreciate yourself. So only when you appreciate yourself and love yourself, you will have the open heart and expanded compassion to love and appreciate others. So it should always start from self-appreciating yourself and self-loving yourself. So from that standpoint, loving ourselves and self-appreciation is a precursor for loving others. Now, most of the time we spend loving our immediate family members, like our parents, and, husband, wife, kids, siblings, and so on. But if you want to expand that, expressing the appreciation and compassion beyond your immediate family members and beyond it should surpass beyond your the what you call your personal range, you need to spend time on love and appreciating yourself as well. So look at this, like how this is all like interconnected. When you practice self-appreciation and self-loving, that leads to loving and appreciating others, which in addition, in turn, it will also lead to realizing the experience of oneness in you. The experience of oneness in you, your surroundings, your society, and your nature. So, like I was reading a few scriptures. I think it's like, I believe it's in Chandogya Upanishad. I think there's a saying is there which caught my attention. It says, "Ekam eva dvityam brahma." What it deciphers is there is no difference between micro and macro and almighty. And there is no difference between Jiva, Jagat, and Ishwar. So everybody's effort should be eventually to reach this particular consciousness of oneness. Oneness between me, oneness with an individual, or me, my surroundings, my universe, everything should be, are all interconnected, are all into oneness. What do you call that? Non-duality. Advaitam, they also call it. So, I'm not sure exactly what else I can add to that. I think I've kind of expressed all my thoughts, what in my mind are. So, as a final conclusion, I would say, I think the primary goal of PSSM principles is, as given by our revered Brahmarshi Patriji Garu, is for realization of oneness and subsequently leading to Jivan Mukti. So, that should be the final goal. I'm not sure if I have anything at this point to add, but I think I kind of covered everything. So thank you, Masters, for giving this opportunity to share my thoughts and experience. So, Bharti ma'am, do you want to move to meditation now?
Yes, sir. Let's get to meditation. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, come on, Masters. Sit in a relaxed pose. Keep your back relaxed. Take off your glasses if you're wearing one. Cross your legs. Clasp your hands. Close your eyes. And focus on your natural breath. We are practicing here Anapanasati, focusing on natural flow of breath. So when you inhale, observe the natural inflow of your breath. When you exhale, observe the natural outflow of the breath. Do not force your breath. but just observe. Follow the natural flow of your breathing. Thanks, Masters. Release your hands. Gently place them on your eyes and open your eyes slowly and gently. And release your hands. I think this concludes the meditation session for today. Thank you for taking your time and effort for hearing me, as well as attending this meditation session. And thanks to Bharti Garu and Anil Garu for giving me this opportunity to speak. And have a good day.
Thank you so much, Ravi Garu. Masters, do you have any questions or would you like to share your experience? Please go ahead. Yeah, it was an excellent session. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. Definitely, I think, incorporating the 18 PSSM core principles along with the 13 guiding practices, that will be a game changer in what we do, not only in our physical life, but also in our spiritual path. We can definitely see the progress and move in the right direction. So I will also reshare the 18 core principles and the probably 13 guidelines on the WhatsApp group so that you can have time to reconnect with them and internalize them as we go through the new year that's coming forward. And also, Masters, we are starting the next program in the new year from January 10th. That is the Energy Harmonization Challenge. I know some of you did participate in that last year and have seen a profound impact within yourself during the 40 days of continuous meditation. So it is not just meditation, but there are more 11, I think altogether 11 practices we need to do on a daily basis, like reading some books and also being silent, trying to be with nature, full moon meditation and all of that. So please do register for that. As a part of this program, we are planning to assign mentors. So we do have a team of our core team who are ready to mentor and help you through this 40-day journey, helping you answer your questions or motivating you as we go through. Let's go through the 40 days, because sometimes when we get started doing some things, we need a little bit motivation to continue it and get it to a conclusion. So we have all of that planned. We just need you to register and get started, so that we will send you a meeting invite as an introductory to the 41-day challenge, probably in the first week of January. So there will be 1 or 2 meetings. We are trying to identify the logistics. So once we determine the logistics, we'll have 2 meetings, and then we will give you a quick overview of what we are planning. Then you will hear from the mentors, and you will talk to them. You can talk to them and quickly go over what you are looking for or any questions before we start the challenge. Okay. So if you have any questions on the challenge, please do let us know. But please register so that mentors can start planning for their teams and start planning all the things. Any questions, Masters, before we wrap up?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Masters. Have a wonderful day. I know today is the end of 21 days, but tomorrow and day after we'll definitely keep the 6 a.m. sessions, but it will be only meditation. So please try to join and make sure you continue your practice. Thank you and have a wonderful day. See you all back from tomorrow.